So, I would like to know, and this is a curiosity I have, what is one's self worth? How does one measure their self worth in regards to themselves? Do they measure their self worth in regards to a relationship with their friends, family, significant other, or a wife or a husband, or their careers? Or they measure their self-worth in regards to how they see themselves, within their soul, their heart, their breathing every day. See, that's how I measure my self-worth. How I see my self-worth by my heart, my soul, and breathing every day, and the choices I make, the decisions to do or not to do something. And I feel great because whatever I'm doing or not doing, or my decisions, choices, etc., are mine. And I don't go into anything rash. I don't make rash choices or decisions, especially out of anger or even revenge. When I seek to get revenge on someone, for instance, I think very carefully and I am methodical. I do my homework and then some. Because when it comes to revenge,
I don't have an answer for that.
when it comes to revenge or a reckoning, you have to be very, very methodical. You know, and you have to think very carefully, and you have to be steady. The same way you have to live your life. You have to think very carefully before you just accept anything or anyone into your life, or what the person does or doesn't do. If you choose to become involved with someone, you have to approach it from a business standpoint. Is the person somebody that you regard as having your interest? Is it somebody that you feel is, I won't say trust, because the reality is that you can't trust any human being. Me, I trust me, and me, and me. I trust Allah, and He's never proved me wrong yet. I won't put my children into that, because this is not about my children. It's about me. And of course my money. I always trust my money. And I won't put my cat into it either. He's a cat. That being said, you'd be surprised how vengeful cats can be. But one has to really sit down and evaluate what's their self-worth, especially as Black women. What's your self-worth? And how much do you think you're worth, or believe you're worth, or feel you're worth? See, I believe, feel, and think that I'm worth more than any human being can give me. Because the thing is, the one thing that I'm certain that we all value no human being can give us. No human being can give us an extra, extra security when it comes to life or living, uh, or say for certain the length of time we're going to live, or whether one becomes ill or not. No human being can give you that, and you have no way of seeing the future unless you can go back in time or go forward within the future. Maybe it's possible, because I always tell my own children, I said, there's more to heaven and earth than we know. So anything is possible. But the one thing I know is this. All of us have to evaluate and seriously consider what's our self-worth. Especially you black women, because we're worth a great deal. And unfortunately, many of my black sisters out there doesn't realize that. Some of them are trying to whitify their skin complexion, for instance, with these creams or soaps. I don't know. I really don't. It's just what I've read. Now, whether it's true or not, I don't know. But from what I have read and the research I've done, there are many black women that's trying to bleach their skin to become more acceptable as Caucasian women or next to white. And as a result, many of them are becoming ill with all types of skin cancers, etc., because their self-love just doesn't exist. And most important, they don't realize their self-worth. Because in this society, in any society throughout the hemisphere, black women, especially brown-skinned black women, are not being seen. But when we are, it's as though brown-skinned black women should tolerate abuse, being gossiped about, beaten up on, beat down, treated like trash, literally and figuratively. And black women should accept that as though it's some type of badge of honor, when in fact, it just goes to show you how much black women are hated. Brown-skinned black women are hated. And I have a theory about that. I believe brown-skinned black women are hated because we are gorgeous women. And we are nurturers. And there are people that want to be us. And the fact is, you hate anyone or anything that you want to be like and can't be like, or have and can't have. So you have to find a way to destroy it. The person, place, or thing. And we live in a time now where that's what's occurring with black women, specifically brown-skinned black women. So it would be interesting to really have a discussion on that. What are we worth as black women? How do we see ourselves, in 5, 10 years, 2, 3 decades from now? Especially if brown-skinned black woman continues to indulge in these destructive relationships with black men that are no good. And, just because you're involved with a black man, or if you're not involved with a black man, or just because he's a black man doesn't mean that he's a good person. It just means that's the complexion of his skin. But it doesn't mean that he's a good person and have your well-being at heart, in his heart and soul. And will go out of his way to nurture you, take care of you, and be the man you would like him to be. You know, so I just thought I'd put that question out there. You know, if there are those that's going to listen to this video, view it, that has an answer or has a brief statement, I wouldn't mind hearing it from you. No insults, please. So, again, have a nice day and enjoy.